Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yogi-O, welcome to Daily Discipline number 357. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here, honored and humbled that you keep coming back, like for real. It's Tuesday. It's Robtober the 8th. It's a 2 for Tuesday, so we're going to do things twice today, the good stuff. Might even have a couple tacos. If you need tacos and you're not having, go over to Bon's house, right? LBJ, he loves having Taco Tuesday. But it is time to get to work, all joking aside. So let's do this. First things first, still the realist. I'm also a human. Yeah, I'm a human, so I have feelings and I allow myself to get sideways sometimes about things that I shouldn't. And I woke up this morning and I was still kind of in a foul mood. I was in a foul mood most of the day yesterday. I'm like, what is my problem? And I came to the realization that a few things that were just carried over from last week, some negative stuff that was still that I hadn't released yet, that I hadn't given myself permission, like, we don't need to do that anymore. Just stop getting upset about that. And then, again, as a human, I have a hard time sometimes implementing a new play in my playbook and keeping it in there, especially when it works, something like meditation. So this morning, as I was going through my ritual, I came to the realization, I'm like, well, part of the reason that I'm upset is that I haven't been vigilant. I haven't followed my routine with rigor, even when I'm on the road. That's the hard part, right? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I was on the road for the better part of a week and I just kind of got out of practice and then I let it go. Next thing you know, I'm all pissed off and just not in a good place. Why? Because I'm a human. And that's what we do, right? We have to train ourselves. All right, so moving on, my thank yous. My thank yous are to the fall weather. Fall is here, right? Fall weather makes me think about football, right? I was tired of the hot anyway. Like, let's just be honest. Every time it was like super hot, I was complaining. I'm like, I'm tired of it being hot. Especially when I'm in a football game. I don't want to be at a football game seeking out shelter to get underneath the shade because it's so damn hot. It doesn't feel like football. It feels like baseball, right? Anyway, with that comes Monday Night Football, and there was a big game last night. The 49ers look really, really good. Now, they did beat up on the Browns, all right, and the Browns are better than they were. They're still not great. They're certainly not elite. But part of that is that they had a pregame, where they tell you about the players and everything. One of them, George Kittle, is a cousin of the Slender Man who's a Daily Discipline superfan, right? One of my very good friends. And he's been telling me about George Kittle, and I didn't believe it, at first, and then I started doing, and then I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool that that's your cousin. Well, last night they had a segment on there about how before every game, George Kittle's dad writes him a letter, and it's not just like a little post-it note, like it is a well thought out letter. It's got pictures and all this stuff, and his dad's apparently a very talented writer, and he does all this, and it's become part of George's routine. And it's like, look, Dad, I have to have that. You can't just stop doing it now. And there was this part in there where I'm watching, I'm like, oh man, this is going to make me cry for sure. And then they're showing like different parts of the letters. And then they show this one letter that's got a picture of a lion. It's kind of like the Mufasa from the Lion, King, standing on there roaring. And a guy I used to work with like 5 years ago, right, sent me this picture and was like, what did he call me? He never called me Rob. He called me something else. Anyway, whatever it was, he's like, this reminds me of you. He's like, don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not that guy. That's who you are. It was the exact same picture, right? Coincidence, maybe. I don't know. It just got me, right? And so in that moment, I was like, see, that's what it's all about, right? Finding your lane, finding where you're supposed to be, being supported by the people that you love and all those things. That's how you have a happy life. And I'm like, well, gosh, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know why I'm so pissed off, right? It's like, oh, well, because I was being selfish, right? I was upset because people said something to me I disagreed with. People treated me the way I didn't want to. Just whatever, right? All selfish stuff. So then, as if that wasn't enough, then this morning when I'm like, all right, you got to get back to the meditation. I started, and then one of the first videos that came up was about meditation. But just, the 6 phases. Number 1 is to focus on compassion, focusing on that we're part of something bigger than just ourselves, and then we need to approach our lives that way. Number 2 is gratitude, to be thankful for all of the things in our life that we should be. And I feel like I do a good job of that. But when I'm whining to myself about how bad my life is, that's not me focusing on what I'm thankful for. The last one is forgiveness, right? And those first three are just what's going on in your life right now. Radical forgiveness, that we forgive people, even if they haven't asked us for forgiveness. We're like, all right, it's not going to do me any good walking around being pissed off at your dumbass. I might as well just forgive you because you're probably not even going to ask, right? And then the second part of it is more future based. It's what's your vision for the future in a couple of years? How do you want your day to look? And then the last part is just focusing on the fact that we are supported by a higher power. We don't understand it, right? But there's something there. So anyway, it was just a great reminder. So yeah, the thought of the day is that we need to be aware that we're part of something bigger, but without losing focus of what it is that we're supposed to be doing, right? We can't get lost in either one of those. If we're only focused on what we're supposed to be doing, right, and it's very insular, be like, all right, this is all about me, right? Then we forget about that we're part of something bigger. And if we're only focusing on that we're part of something bigger, hell, we still got to do our work, right? That confusing? Hell yes, it's confusing. You got to balance that in your brain every single day. I'm sure we can all do it. We're capable. With that, I got to go. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll be back here tomorrow for a hump day. We'll talk to Aunt Barb then, and we'll talk to you then. So deuces. Love you guys.